And the hope right now is that this date will get us to a safer place in relation to the spread of the coronavirus.
Fear over the coronavirus pandemic has Wynn Resorts in Las Vegas using thermal cameras to screen guests' temperatures. Wynn CEO Matt Maddox said in a statement, cameras at all resort entrances will monitor the temperatures of people walking in. Any person with a temperature of 100.4 or higher will be discreetly asked by security to leave the resort. A North Carolina police officer goes above and beyond to reach out to a homeless woman. Her shirt read, "Homeless, the fastest way of becoming a nobody." While on his lunch break, the officer brought a pizza and sat down to have lunch with a woman. To read more about these stories, head to KSAT.com. All right, Adam's here with our chances for rain next week.
Yeah, and actually it's looking more promising. That's the nice thing. Now this weekend we could have 1 or 2 pop-up showers, but next week looking a little bit better for it. So let's jump right into it here and get right into our headlines. First of all, more of the same tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a lot like what we had today. I don't think it's going to be quite as warm on Sunday, and then those rain chances boost into next week, especially the middle part of next week. 85 is what we made it to today, well above the average high of 73. And looking at temperatures right now, for the most part, we're in the 70s, both in and around Bexar County and outside areas. You get farther to the west, Carrizo Springs, hanging on to 81. Now there is a boundary to the north of us, some cooler air on the north side of that boundary, 39 in Amarillo, 44 in Lubbock, and also not only cooler air but in the boundary, but they also have this cloud cover and off and on showers they've been lucky to get basically over the past couple of days. And they're seeing another batch of rain off in North Texas, and especially a lot of moisture through the desert Southwest, stretching all the way up into the northern plains, and that's where they actually have heavy snow. Now this is partially associated with this upper level dip in the flow that's too far to the north of us to really give us any of that much needed rainfall. So we're looking farther upstream to the next system that's looking a little more promising. And that right now is over Seattle, Washington. That's going to continue to drop southward through the weekend right along the west coast of the U.S. And this upper disturbance should gain a little strength as well and be a pretty slow mover, but most importantly set itself up more favorably for rain chances as we get into the middle part of next week. So that upper level low basically over Southern California. Right now, if all would go as planned in this kind of scenario, we'd have better rain chances middle of next week. So here's the breakdown for you. This weekend, Saturday will start with a little bit of morning fog and low clouds, then some afternoon sunshine, 83 the high temperature. By Sunday, I think we'll cool a little bit with the boundary dropping into town, low clouds all day, and right around 70 degrees, but we could have some wide-ranging temperatures north to south on Sunday. A 20% chance of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm on Sunday. Looking ahead to next week, those rain chances climb to 30% Thursday. Nothing impressive there. 40% on Tuesday. Then we jump it to about 60% on Wednesday and even 50% on Thursday. So looking more promising, at least as of now. These types of patterns are very fluid, so we just have to keep an eye on it. We'll keep you updated.
Gotta wash that pollen away.
Oh, that would be nice. That'd be one bonus as well, right?
Yeah. All right, we'll be right back in just a minute. you see something trending online doesn't mean it's accurate. At the end of every week, the Associated Press puts together a roundup of some of the most popular but completely untrue stories and images of the past several days. This week, the focus is once again on misleading claims about the coronavirus. Let's take a look. Our first claim of the night: if you don't have the health insurance and you can't afford to take a test for the virus, donate blood because screeners must test donors for the virus. Here are the facts. Blood banks say they do not test for COVID-19 as part of the donation process. They also caution that people should not go into donation centers if they fear they've been exposed to it. The AP reports that while blood donors are subjected to a range of tests, screenings or testing for COVID-19 is not happening. The next claim we're fact-checking tonight: as the weather gets warmer, mosquitoes will spread the coronavirus after they bite people who are infected. But there is no real evidence that mosquitoes transmit the coronavirus. We know that the novel coronavirus spreads primarily through droplets generated when an infected person coughs, sneezes, or through drops of saliva or discharge from the nose. The last claim we're fact-checking tonight: actor Daniel Radcliffe tested positive for the coronavirus. This is false. The Harry Potter actor does not have COVID-19, despite posts shared widely on Twitter. Turning to some other top stories tonight, the U.S. Defense Department has released video of the aftermath from one of the airstrikes in Iraq yesterday. This is what the target, a terrorist weapons storage facility, looked like after the attack. The airstrikes came one day after the U.S. blamed an Iranian-backed group for a rocket attack on a base where coalition forces are located. 2 American service members and 1 British service member were killed. The Iraq government condemned the airstrikes Friday, saying in a statement that several Iraqi security forces personnel were killed. The flu has killed 144 children in the U.S. so far this season. That number includes the 8 pediatric deaths that the Center for Disease Control and Prevention reported last week. It's the largest number of child deaths from influenza since reporting began 15 years ago, except for during the H1N1 pandemic in 2009. Well, we come to the end of another week full of some big local headlines, from controversy over the primary elections in Bexar County to the rollout of the 2020 census. Here's a look back at what happened in our area, apart from all the coronavirus news in the week in 210. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office investigating a deputy-involved shooting in Elmendorf. Elmendorf police and Bexar County Sheriff's deputies were called to the home on Blue Horizon for an alleged family violence disturbance.
We got the call from a neighbor that witnessed a male dragging a female into the residence, and at that point we were told that there may be a weapon involved. Sheriff
Javier Salazar said the man approached an officer and deputy in a threatening manner. The deputy then opened fire, hitting the suspect. He died on scene. A Bexar County commissioner is calling for an investigation into the results of the local primary elections. Precinct 4 Commissioner Tommy Calvert wrote a letter this week to Bexar County Judge Nelson Wolf asking that independent forensic investigators the court called for be hired by the next commissioner's court meeting. The results for the recent election were delayed for hours. We were told that was due to a software issue which caused the new $12.5 million voting system to crash 3 times. In his letter, Calvert said all of these issues warrant an investigation. A public reprimand for Leon Valley Mayor Chris Riley, who an ethics review board found violated the city charter. The ethics panel found Riley disclosed attorney invoices regarding a hearing which were considered confidential. In a response, Mayor Riley released a statement saying in part that she disputes the notion that there was privileged information in the fee bills. Riley is running unopposed for re-election in May. It's unclear how the board's findings will impact her ability to run for office.
2 things can happen at this time. The city secretary can file an administrative declaration of ineligibility. The city council could also determine whether or not the mayor at this point still meets the qualifications to be the mayor.
Millions of Texas households received letters to respond to the 2020 census this week. The census serves as a roadmap for how much federal funding communities get for schools, road construction, Medicare, and Medicaid.
Janine Jones convicted of killing 2 babies, and she's suspected in the death of dozens more. On Monday, KSAT News at 9 is taking a deep dive into the story behind one of the most shocking suspected serial killers in Texas history. Here's a sneak peek.
We all want to know why, and I don't know if we ever will.
There is no telling what damage Janine Jones had caused.
A new charge against a convicted murderer known as the Angel of Death.
It's real people that have a real stake in it, and there was a lot of stakeholders.
I trusted you with my daughter.
It could have been anyone's child.
You should have to serve 1 year for every year of life you robbed from the babies that you murdered.
How could you do something like this to an innocent child?
A baby in a casket for anybody. It's hard, and to know that he was murdered.
We cannot, as a society, allow that to go unpunished.
This is one of those cases that you just don't forget.
Ferris Abawi is here with what's trending. Tell me you have some good news.
Yeah. It's been a lot of bad news, but I got some good news for you, and I think that's great. It's not all bad out there. It may be time to take preparations, but not panic. And so we just wanted to talk about some of the fun things going on that you can actually still do during this time.
We need a smile.
Yeah, well, so the first thing, Patty, is while a lot of large gatherings are getting canceled, all that type of things, the movie theaters are actually still open right now. And all of them are, we've checked in with Santikos, Regals, AMC. So far as we know, they are still open. And a lot of them have actually already begun to implement policies to not let more than 50% attendance be in the theaters, seat separation, cleaning, extra cleaning, things like that. So this is actually a good activity and maybe a safe one, a little bit safer.
A lot of schools are canceling next week, so this is one more thing to add to the maybe if you want to go out.
Yeah, there's not much else, and so this is a great option. And so speaking of movies, another story for us today here is what to watch on Netflix with your kids. Now, spring break will be extended, as you mentioned. A lot of parents are going to be home with kids and not knowing what to do, but Netflix has you covered maybe when you need a break and need the kid to watch something on TV.
What are some of the good movies you've seen?
So there is a lot of fun ones for the kids. Now there's actually Shrek the Musical, a live version of Shrek, which would be very cool to see, a little bit different than the movie. Another one, and this one is one of my favorites, is Ralph Breaks the Internet. I love the Wreck-It Ralph series, and so this is the sequel to that movie, Ralph Breaks the Internet. So instead of being in arcade mode, they're like all on the internet. That one is a really good one. I think that one's a fun one for kids. And of course, there's a couple of Disney classics still on Netflix, one of them being The Princess and the Frog, a great one to go see. And if you have Disney Plus, definitely jump on there and maybe show your kids some of the classics you grew up with.
We'll have so much time, we'll be quoting them at the end of the week.
Yeah, that's right.
What else you got?
Well, and last story of the day here, Patty, is, you've heard a lot about washing your hands during this time and washing them for 20 to 30 seconds. A lot of people say that you should sing the happy birthday song twice in a row to wash your hands, but who wants to sing the happy birthday song that many times?
I mean, what else you got?
It's insane. So this awesome story on our website actually has a bunch of pop songs to wash your hands to that aren't happy birthday, things like Old Town Road by Lil Nas X.
And how does that go?
Oh, it's about taking your horse to the Old Town Road. If I start now, I won't stop, Patty. That's the problem. So a lot of great songs here. Billie Eilish, I know Ariana Grande's on here, Lizzo as well. The cool thing about this story, Patty, is it actually shows you the amount of lyrics that you would sing for that 20-second time period.
Very nice.
So
something fun to try.
You go to this list. look at it, and then, it shows you how long you need to sing for until you're done washing your hands.
All right, and you can find all these stories and those links.
KSAT.com. That's where we got everything.
All right, thanks so much.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Well, thanks for watching KSAT News at 9. We will see you again on Monday. The Night Beat starts in 30 minutes.